Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tommy O'Brien, coming to you live from TFNN Wednesday afternoon. It's an important day. We got NVIDIA earnings after the bell. We got Fed minutes to digest, and we got a little bit of two-way market action right now. S&Ps were positive by 0.2%, up by 13 points, trading at 66.52. You see the acceleration early this morning. Highs just after 10 a.m., almost up to 67.10. You drive down to almost 66.20. You're talking about almost a 90-point move on the downside, but nonetheless, we're positive by 10 points in the S&Ps. NASDAQ 100, a roller coaster as well. Up by 0.3%, up 72 points at 24,668 right now. You have the Dow in the red by 0.2% or 79 points, briefly below 46,000 on a couple occasions. We're trading right now at 46,109, and the Russell off by 2. As I mentioned at the top of the market update there, crypto volatility continues, 88,670. And we're doing it with some volume. Look at the volume of some of this selling, but crypto under pressure. You have Bitcoin down by 4.6%. Ethereum, even more dramatic, down by 8% right now. Crude under pressure, off a $1.45, down 2.4% at 59.21. And yields in focus today. We get some Fed minutes. We'll go over those in a moment, actually, but you got some lower price, higher yield. Yeah, not sure whether we're going to get that cut on December 10th. It's going to be a close one. The market, though, we'll go over the probabilities. They're shifting towards no cut. It used to be a 50-50 this morning. Now it's lining up at almost a 70% chance that they may stay where they are. And we got a long way to go until December 10th on that Fed meeting. But nonetheless, lower price, higher yield. The 10-year right now approaching 4.14%. And with higher yield comes dollar strength, just over 100 and 119 pennies on that dollar index. And gold holding up well. All things considered, you're up by $10 on the session right now. You got dollar strength and gold priced in dollars, holding up well, up by $10. But yes, well off the highs of today. We're up as high as 41.34. You trade lower until noon. We've bounced a bit. All right, we talk about the Fed. Fed minutes out, 2 p.m. Eastern time today. The minutes show, quote unquote, many officials lean against a December cut. To get into the verbiage, many participants suggested that under their economic outlooks, it would likely be appropriate to keep the target range unchanged for the rest of the year. Now, what does many mean? Okay. It also showed several were against lowering the Fed's benchmark rate at that gathering, talking about the October meeting. Okay. Now, several participants said another cut in December could well be appropriate if in December if the economy evolved about as they expected. Now, this is the cool part I liked here. In the specific hierarchy of so-called counting terms, right? What does many mean? What does several? Well, in Fed minutes terms, many falls below most majority, indicating that many that leaned against another cut in December were still in the minority at the time. It's going to be a close call in that December meeting. We're getting some volatility around yields. And that meeting is December 10th. And you get over to the CME FedWatch tool, okay? As of this morning, folks, this was about a 50-50. This is the December 10th meeting. And right now, the market's pricing in about a 68.4% chance, no cut. 31.6% chance that we get a cut. Remarkably, 1 month ago, the odds that we would be at 3.75 to 4, which is where we are right now. The current target range is 3.75 to 4%. A month ago, the market had that at 0.0. That number is now at 68.4. It's been quite a month in terms of market expectations for yields. We're getting some volatility today, and we have those Fed minutes. All right. Now, the real main event of today, NVIDIA earnings. Yeah, you jump over to NVIDIA. Now, expectations sky high. They're announcing deals right now today. They're announcing deals in Saudi Arabia with XAI, up by 2.6%, up $4.64 for NVIDIA. We take a look at the daily. We ring the 5 trillion market valuation mark at 212.19. We don't ring it there, but we get above it on that day. You hit it again. We've been under a little bit of pressure. And yeah, all eyes on NVIDIA. We jump around to some of the other Magnificent Seven. Amazon, a little bit of a slide from the highs recently this month of 258. Amazon under pressure again today, off by 0.3. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft and Amazon get downgrades yesterday by one analyst. They've both been under pressure. Microsoft down another 1.6%. Meta shares, they win their antitrust suit under pressure. They win it yesterday, down by 2% right now for Meta shares, facing some heat. Adding to a little bit of the volatility, that December 10th Fed meeting, we're not going to get the October unemployment rate. Fed Reserve officials will head into that next meeting without fresh jobs data. Yeah, so BLS, they're not going to publish that one. And it's going to take us all the way until December 16th is when you're going to get the November jobs data. So they are dealing with light data, and that makes their job even more complicated. Does that mean they pause? Does that mean that they cut? The market, not quite sure just yet. And we will see. We've heard whether it was Waller out there. He's in the camp of cutting. He was out there yesterday talking about cuts. He's in the running to be the next Fed chair. And we're going to face some volatility coming into that meeting. And we're not even going to get the jobs data for November. It's going to take until December 16th is when we're going to get that data. You take a look at the daily on yields. And yeah, just chopping around. We got lower price, higher yield today. The bottom of this range has been at about 112.16. We'll see where we go from there. All right, we jump around to some of the companies with earnings today. Yeah, check out this one. TJX, TJ Maxx, great company. Delivers on earnings, but you give it all up. Look at that. Give it all up on the open. And they had some good numbers. But you check out this channel line. Okay, great stock, but bumping up against the top of that channel line, and you got some selling going on today. Pretty tough when you come out with some big numbers, and you give it all up, a positive by 0.3%. You jump over to Lowe's. Yeah, up by 4.4% on their numbers. Now, Home Depot disappointed, but not for Lowe's. They're getting more of the professional services coming into Lowe's. Up by 4% right now for Lowe's. Target shares, on the flip side, down by 3.3% for Target. They're going to be spending $5 billion this year. Yeah, to improve their stores, work on inventory. This chart's a tough one, though. Look at this one, right? The trend is not your friend right now in Target shares. Target down by another 3.3%. You jump over to some of the other retailers. Walmart down by 1.2% right now. Costco down by 1%. Costco having some problems lately, breaking some lows. All right, folks, we got the S&Ps up by 19, NASDAQ 100 up by 112. Stay tuned. We're coming back with our man Elliot Wallenbach from Direction, Senior Vice President, Institutional ETF Strategist. We'll talk some ETFs. We'll talk some markets. Stay tuned, folks. We'll come right back.